Coucou piece. So who is ready for an incredibly rambly video? Am I the only one? It is very late at night. We are going to film a video about Rocky Horror, which is one of my favorite things in the entire world. It's a collab with one of my sweetest friends. It's just going to be a rambly video. I remember when we were texting back and forth to try to decide sort of what each of us was going to do and what I was going to do. I've been thinking about it for a while and I'm like, you know what? I have to do a chit chat video because there has to be a bunch of different stories all about Rocky Horror that go on as I film. So that's what's happening today. I am going to do like a frank-n-furter inspired look, and my sweet friend from the Lebanese makeup here on YouTube is going to do a magenta inspired look, so I will link her channel down below. And if I get a link to her video, I will link it down below. Otherwise, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that video. Make sure to subscribe anyways. Her channel is absolutely awesome. I'm going to talk more about her in a second, but I'm going to get started because otherwise we're going to be here for a while. So let's just get into it. I'm going to start with a full-on white base. So I'm doing Face and Body by MAC. And I'm going to use this F82 brush by Sigma. We want a pretty full-on coverage. If you are going to wear this makeup without all this and you've got your neck showing and all that kind of good stuff, this is one of those makeup looks where you're actually not going to want to blend your face or your neck with the color of your face. In all of the movie and all of the oh my gosh, I'm too excited, as you can tell. And all the images I could find online, there's a definite demarcation between the white powder foundation, whatever that he's got going on, and then the rest of his neck. So uh-oh, my face is super dehydrated, so it's absorbing all this foundation. I'm gonna have to add another layer. But anyways, yeah, definitely leave that demarcation present. Right, so I did tell you I was going to talk about my friend who I'm doing this collab with. Why can't I speak today? Because of the excitement. She's absolutely fantastic. We have done a collab together before. I will try to dig that up and link it also down below. And she did something super, super cool in that last collab we did together, which she went and like pulled footage of mine, like from my other videos, and put them in at the beginning of hers when she was talking about me. She has attempted to teach me how to do that because I really wanted to do that in this video with footage from her channel. I am super technologically challenged though, so hopefully I can get that to work. If not, I do need to tell you for sure though, without a doubt, that she's just phenomenal. She does like really creative. She did like FIFA World Cup inspired looks, and she's done like really artsy looks and then really dramatic looks and really neutral looks. She's just phenomenal, and she's an awesome person. So yeah, all in all, go show some love and support if you haven't already. And if you are watching, know that I love very much. He has super like crazy brows. I am now far away from the only person in this world who I trust to do my brows, and so I'm not going to attempt to take a glue stick to these guys and do any damage that will not be able to be repaired by someone who knows what they're doing. So I'm going to leave my brows as is, but otherwise we're going to keep going. So I am going to take the palette, the Rocky Horror Picture Show palette, and I'm going to take this bluish color, which is called Heavy Black and Pendulous, on this, what is it, the 40 diffuser, or the eyeshadow brush from NARS, because it has to go all over your entire eye. So let's see how this goes. And when I mean like all over, I mean like all the way up to the brow bone. This is a no nonsense look, you guys. Like it's intense. You are committing when you do this look. So the reason I have such a close bond with the Rocky Horror Picture Show, because I don't think I've actually ever told you guys, the first time I saw it was my last year at university, my last year as an undergrad. And I was at this point where I had basically finished almost all my coursework. I was almost finished with my thesis. Like I was in sort of camp mode almost, you know, that little last part of your undergrad where it's like you're waiting for the real world to start, but it hasn't yet. So yeah, that was the mindset I was in. And the bestie and I think we were like on a drive to Safeway one day in like our rented zip car, and it's like, oh look, there's this thing on Saturday, it's Rocky Horror Picture Show, what is that? And she looks at me, she's like, what do you mean? It's like, what do I mean? And she was like, how have you never seen this before? And so it goes on to explain to me the whole thing and what had happened and all this kind of good stuff and what it all meant. And the fact that people like dress up and it's a whole phenomenon and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, so like you've been before, right? And then she turns to me all serious and is like, well, no. And I was like, oh, so you're gonna give me a whole lesson. This is a story of my life, or a story of our relationship. You're gonna give me a whole lesson about how I'm not socially prepared for life because I haven't been to Rocky Horror, but you haven't either, so no judgment. She did go on to tell me that she'd watched it like on Netflix, but that we had to go and actually see this thing, production, live. We're gonna take carbon, so a black color, on a 217. So we're gonna take it on the outer and inner corners of like our crease, I guess they said. There's a face chart on the MAC site that I'm attempting to follow to help give, because I looked at so many pictures and usually I go off of a picture, but I looked at so many and it just looks like a gray, like there's just gray on his eyelids. So I'm trying to follow the MAC face chart and we'll see how well it goes. So outer, they said like corner of the crease and inner corner of the crease. Anyways, so off we went. We rented a zip car for that weekend, and we went to this, and we had no idea. Like, I had no idea what I was in for because I'd never even seen the movie. The bestie had a little bit of an idea of what she was in for, but we show up in like jeans and sweatshirts and it's cold. And everyone else is like all dressed up as Janet and Frank-n-Furter and Rocky. And for any of you that haven't experienced a live version of Rocky Horror, you have to once in your life. It's this absolutely phenomenal experience where like I felt out of place, but that's because I was sort of being self-conscious on my own. But everyone is so accepting, and so like just everyone's there to have a good time, and they all want you to have a good time. And so what it consists of basically, if you ever go to a live show, is you get to basically, there are all these lines that people have said for years and years and years that you scream out at the screen or you sing along with, but there are new lines that people test out, so they'll throw out things and either people will react positively or negatively, and it's just fun to see what sticks and what doesn't. The show that we went to and that we've gone to twice since also has they call them a live body cast, so they have like a live set of actors who reenact the whole thing in front of you, in front of the stage, which is just absolutely phenomenal. And again, if you can go see it with a live body cast, highly, highly, highly recommend. Okay, now we're going to take this purplish color, sparkly color and crystal. I'm taking out a 239 to put it in that middle section where we've left some space. So if you have never even seen Rocky, I don't know if it's actually available on Netflix or somewhere else, but if you've never seen Rocky Horror, the movie, I don't even know where to start to explain it. I feel like explaining the plot has nothing to do with what's awesome about the movie. It's one of those movies that's so bad, it's amazing. And at the beginning there's some semblance of a plot, but very quickly the plot just disintegrates and you're like, I don't remember what the point is or where the storyline, like the storyline just sort of just disappears at one point. And it's not at all about the storyline as much as it is about the songs, as much as it is about the one-liners, as much as it is about the shared experience of Rocky Horror that we all understand. And so if you are new to this realm, then welcome, and watch it so many times and let's bond about it together. And if you are old pros, then teach me your ways. I need to watch it. I think I've only watched it about like 10 or 15 times, so I need to get up there. But yeah, it's something for everything. It is, I'm gonna say, it's probably not super appropriate for young children. It's there is some slightly more mature content in it, so just tread carefully, and it is super campy, so yeah, there's that as well. I'm going to then take whatever's left on my black, like the brush I put carbon on, and run that underneath my eye. Oh, also, I was for obvious reasons, not going to be able to wear a wig to complete this whole look. And so I tried a new veil style. I don't know what I think of it yet, but we're just playing with it. I also, unfortunately did not have like a fun leather bodice to throw on, so I thought neutral colors for my top would work. What else are we gonna do on the eye? Right. I don't know. I'm getting like super ahead of myself. Let's put some liner on, shall we? So I've got this, what is this one? Stingray, which is just a black liner from Stila. I'm gonna put that in my waterline and then line my upper lash line. And I want to talk to you guys, but I have a tendency to poke myself in the eye when I try to talk, so I'm gonna sit tight for a sec. So we are gonna throw on some false lashes in a second. The number 7s came in this collection, which I like. I love the number 7s. I just am not 100% sure that those are frank-n-furter lashes. But those are the ones I have, so those are the ones I'm going to go with. But I am going to throw on a coat of mascara just to help the mix with my lashes a little bit better. Can you guys share with me down in that comment section what your first experience watching Rocky was? Either like if you watched it on DVD or you went out, or can you guys tell me what your favorite memory of watching it was? Because my favorite actually is probably either a tie between the first time I saw it and then I went back and visited the bestie a year after graduation, and we went to MAC and got our makeup done and got all dressed up, and that was probably, that ties for my second favorite time watching Rocky Horror. So I bought the bronzing highlight duo that goes with this collection, but they charged me for it and never sent it to me, and so I had it it was a whole thing. Anyways, I don't have it with me right now. So I'm gonna skip bronzing and just go a little bit crazy on the blush. So this is Crazed Imagination, again on this Tom Ford brush, which I just reviewed for you guys, so I will link that down below in case you haven't had a chance to watch that. It wasn't a review, it was a rave video. And you definitely want to be heavy-handed with the blush, because Tim Curry is a man who likes blush in this movie. And makes no apologies for the fact that it's like not blended, just sort of owns it, which is pretty awesome, I must say. Also, can I talk about this eyeshadow palette for a minute? Because that color we just put in the middle of our lid is totally awesome. Like, I would totally rock this look, maybe with a little bit less black in it. Who are we kidding? I would rock this look with the black in it. But on a day when I have to be slightly more appropriate, I might play it a little bit easier on the black and wear that kind of purpley color. Super pretty. Okay, I'm gonna pop the lashes on and I'll be right back. I can't. There's no way it's gonna happen on camera. I forgot how long it had been since I put on lashes, so it took us a little second. It's okay. They're on now. Ish. I'm gonna take a Night Moth lip pencil and I'm gonna outline the outside of my lips. Because he's got that whole very intense ombre, if you can even call it ombre effect going on. And I say if you can call it because it's not even hardly blended, so it doesn't really even look like an ombre lip, just looks like two colors he decided to throw on. Which in essence may be why he is my favorite character in the movie, because he's so unapologetically bold and just himself. And then Bolivian is the lipstick that I think will go well. It's the one the Face Chart recommends using, so it's just like a reddish toned in the center. And that is all. I feel like I didn't tell you about my favorite lines from Rocky Horror. I think one of my favorites is "I see you shiver with anticipation." My true Rocky fans filled it in, filled the space in, the silence. You know what I'm talking about if you've watched it. If not, go to a live screening. And then for some reason, the part of the song that, the part of the one song that always gets caught in the head in my head is when he's singing to the two of them and he goes, "You both look like you're pretty groovy. Well, if you want something visual that's not too abysmal, we can take in an old Steve Reeves movie." I don't know why. That's the extent of you seeing me ever sing. I don't know why that's the one that gets stuck in my head. Also, let us know what your favorite lines are down below. I've sufficiently rambled on and told you all my great stories about this film. Please go watch it, rewatch it. Let's talk about it together. I should probably go get some sleep. Anything else I want to tell you? I think that's it. I'm going to do points of positivity, and then we will be done. So my first point of positivity is my sweet friend Pam, whose Instagram I will link down below, who today on a very, very long day sent me like a little video about, sorry, I just had a mind freeze. She got a new powder and has been really loving it. It was just really sweet to hear from her and see her smile, and it honestly just brightened my entire day. And so that's definitely the first point of positivity. My second is my sweet friend who's doing this collab with me. The fact that I have someone who gets the addiction, both makeup and Rocky Horror, and who was as excited about this collection as I was and about this movie, just makes me very, very, very grateful. That's my second point of positivity. And my third point of positivity is probably a first of its kind on my channel. So my sweet friend Sarah, whose website I will link down below, but there's going to be a bunch of info down below about Sarah. She is a phenomenal individual and just someone who inspires you to be stronger, to be more compassionate, to be more considerate, and to be incredibly resilient in the face of so much challenge. And now it's a point of positivity because she was nominated, she's now a finalist for the Best in Madison Awards. So I'm going to leave all the information for how to vote down below. And I really, really, really urge you guys to vote for her. I think voting closes either at the end of the day today or tomorrow. So if you could vote expeditedly, quickly, let's not try to use $10 words this late at night. That would be awesome. So what she does, she is a... I'm going to get this so wrong, but a behavioral therapist for dogs. And she has a really long list of amazing accreditations. But basically, she left a really high-powered, high-paying job to sit and work with animals and their pet parents or their people in their lives, in the pets' lives, both to educate the dogs in a way that was humane. She saw like a lack of people doing that. There was a lot of training happening, but it was really in inhumane ways. And so she went in to a market wanting both to treat the animals more humanely and to help people understand how to treat their animals better in a way that was not causing them, like the people, pain or the animals pain. And just her whole philosophy is based on love and years and years and years of incredible research and like hands-on work that she's done with a whole bunch of different kinds of animals. And she so deserves to win. I haven't felt this passionately. Like, I feel like I'm out campaigning. I haven't felt this passionately about something in a really, really long time. So, I'm sending you all the good vibes, and I hope they get to you, and I hope that all your hard work pays off. But I really urge each and every one of you to have a look at our website, to vote if you have a chance. And she will be starting a YouTube channel here in the new year, and I know how much she's engaged with me, and I know how much she's going to love to engage with you guys. So as soon as that channel is live, I will obviously keep you guys posted. But because time was of the essence on this whole voting thing, and because I'm so proud of her, I did want to share that now. Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm really excited about this makeup, but I'm gonna go for now. I want to send you guys tons and tons of love. Let me know. I've asked you to let me know a bunch of stuff, but I know technically tomorrow is Halloween, so let me know if you have any fun plans. I don't think Halloween is quite as much of a big deal over here as it is back in Canada. But if it is, for all my UK guys and dolls who know about what happens in the UK, like if there's like some fun, exciting things happening, could you also let me know? I feel like I'm asking you to let me know a lot of things, but I feel like chatting with you. So I've chatted for a long time. It would be nice if you guys could chat back at me so I don't quite feel like I'm talking to myself as much as I am. Does that make sense? Sure. I want to send you guys tons of love. Hope you have a safe and fun Halloween weekend. Watch Rocky Horror. Have an awesome time. And as always, never forget that life is just too short to wear boring lipstick. Bye, guys.